Now coming for the discussion of superficial expansion or surface expansion of solid. Now see, surface expansion means if this is a rod, suppose I'm giving a magnified version. So this is suppose a solid object. So when I am changing heat of the substance, its length will change, breadth will change, height will change. Means this surface area will be increased, this surface area will be increased, as well as this surface area will increase. For easiest discussion, I am considering two-dimensional structure. So suppose this is my surface area S0 at 0 degrees Celsius. So when I am supplied heat to the substance, the surface has been increased. So this is my surface ST at T degree Celsius. So when heat is supplied to the substance, its length change as well as surface area will be changed. So just like length, surface area also depends on few factors. Means what? What is the change in surface area? Change in surface area means this is the final surface area, this is the initial surface area. So change in surface area St minus S0 will be proportional to what? Proportional to initial surface. For the same cause what I had discussed there. More surface means more is the number of molecule, more is the change in intermolecular space, more is the amount of change in surface area. So St minus S0 proportional to the initial surface S0 and also St minus S0 proportional to the change in temperature T minus 0, that is equivalent to St minus S0 proportional to the change in temperature. And also it is depends on the material medium. So just like previous one, what I can write from these two, I can write from these two, that is St minus S0 is proportional to S0T. To eliminate this proportionality sign, what I will write? I will write St minus S0 equal to beta S0T. That beta is nothing but coefficient of superficial expansion. Coefficient of superficial expansion. Now, again, this equation you need to remember, beta is equal to what from here? Beta is the ratio of change in surface divided by S0T. So, what will be the unit? Surface means suppose the surface area is in meter square. So, meter square by meter square will be cancelled out. So, beta's unit is also degree Celsius inverse or Kelvin inverse. How much surface has been changed? That is St equal to S0 common 1 plus beta T. So this equation and this unit, that you need to remember. Clear? I think no confusion. This is all about surface expansion. Means if I given heat to a substance, how much surface area will be changed. So similarly, linear expansion discussed, surface expansion discussed. Now it is the discussion part of that volume expansion coefficient. Now you can ask me, man, since as the whole volume is changing, so why I am going for the discussion of linear expansion and surface expansion? I will explain later on. Let's go for the volume expansion coefficient or cubical expansion. Volume expansion or cubical cubical expansion, volume expansion. Suppose this is the object. I'm not going for explicit discussion. I'm just as a whole considering at 0 degree Celsius, the volume of this substance is V0. Clear? And at T degree Celsius, the volume of the substance will be changed. So right now it is Vt at T degree Celsius. So just like that linear expansion and superficial expansion, here that change in volume Vt minus V0 will be proportional to initial volume, change in temperature. Initial volume and change in temperature. Clear? Now, to eliminate this proportionality sign, what I can write? Vt minus V0 equal to gamma. This is not radioactivity, is gamma ray. This is gamma V0 T. Gamma V0 T. Gamma is called coefficient of cubical expansion. Coefficient of cubical expansion or coefficient of volume expansion for solid. Coefficient of volume expansion for solid. Therefore, anyone can suggest what will be the unit? Here also unit will be degree Celsius, because since volume, for volume it is meter cube. Another volume is there, that is for meter cube. So remaining unit is what? Remaining unit is for temperature. So unit of gamma will be degree Celsius inverse or Kelvin inverse. Degree Celsius inverse or Kelvin inverse. Clear? So that's all about volume expansion, surface expansion and linear expansion. Actually, when I am changing the heat of a substance, then as a whole volume of the substance change. For easiest method of discussion, I first consider what will be the linear expansion, what will be the change in surface area, that is the surface expansion, and last, that is volume expansion. Now, why these three things I am considering separately? I am telling you that there is a reason. Now see, already we know regarding some linear expansion coefficient, superficial expansion coefficient and volume expansion coefficient. Why three things separately we are considering, that I will tell you the reason. Before that, let's go for the interrelation between the coefficient of linear expansion, coefficient of volume expansion, coefficient of superficial expansion. Means the relation between linear expansion alpha, coefficient of superficial expansion beta and coefficient of volume expansion gamma. What are the relation between these three? So before that, going for a assumption. What is that assumption? Let's take a solid substance which has same length, same breadth and same height. Means in a short term, I am considering a cube. So this is my cube which have length, breadth and height all are L0. L0, L0 and L0 at 0 degree Celsius. Clear? Now I am giving heat to the solid. So obviously the length of the solid will change. Surface area, overall surface area of the solid will change. And since length and surface area has been changed, so obviously the volume of the solid also get changed. So at T degree Celsius, suppose the cube looks like this. Whose length is right now LT, breadth is also LT and height is taking this. Either these all are 1 or taken as same. So, first of all, what will be the change in length if I am considering only the linear dimension? Means suppose this portion I am considering, and for this portion. So L0 was the initial length, LT is the final length. So LT will be, we know what? LT will be equal to L0 1 plus alpha t. 1 plus alpha t, give it equation number 1. This much knowledge we are having, no problem. Where L0 is the initial length, LT is the final length, and alpha is the linear expansion coefficient if I am considering only length. Now let's check, we are considering the surface area. How much surface area has been changed? So if this is the surface area I am taking considered, or suppose this one, so what will be the surface area? Length into length, L0 square is the initial surface area, and here LT square will be the final surface area. L0 square is the initial surface area and LT square is the final surface area. So if I am considering surface area wise, so what will be the change in surface area? ST will be equal to S0 1 plus beta t. We know S0 1 plus beta t. Now in this case, what was the S0? Give it equation number 2 first. Achha, in this case S0 is L0 square and ST is LT square. Clear? Now S0 is L0 square and ST is LT square, means if I want to calculate what will be the value of LT square, I need to do the square of this equation 1. I need LT square. Here I am having LT. So if I do squaring both sides, I will get what? LT square. Clear? So I'm just erasing that. So if I do the square, therefore LT square equal to L0 square 1 plus alpha t whole square. L0 square into 1 plus alpha t whole square. I think no confusion. Now we know a plus b whole square formula. So 1 plus alpha t square, if I utilize a plus b whole square formula, so what I will get? I will get L0 square 1 plus alpha square t square plus 2 alpha t a square plus b square plus 2ab. Now it is seen that alpha's value is very much small, nearly 10 to the power minus 6 or 10 to the power 12, like this. So if I am doing square of that alpha, means suppose alpha is something into 10 to the power minus 6. So squaring of that will give me 10 to the power minus 12, means smaller. So if I am having a small quantity, value is very small, and I am doing square of that, means I will get more smaller value, means which doesn't affect my normal calculation. So I can neglect this alpha square t square. What I can write? I can write approximately LT square equal to L0 square 1 plus 2 alpha t. I think no confusion. Now see, already in equation 2 what I know, that is ST square is equal to just equal to LT square. So in place of LT what I can put? ST, because ST is equal to LT square, that is equal to L0 square. In L0 square what I can put? L0 square I can put S0 square S0, because L0 square is just equal to S0 1 plus 2 alpha t. Clear? So give it suppose equation number 3. Clear? Equation number 3. Now we know actually what? We know actually ST equal to S0 1 plus beta t. So if I do the comparison between these two, ST I am having S0 I am having 1 I am having, beta t is equal to 2 alpha t. So from there what I can write, that is beta equal to 2 alpha or alpha equal to beta by 2. This is the first relation which equalize in between coefficient of linear expansion and coefficient of superficial expansion. Means if, telling, if alpha is the linear expansion, suppose alpha is 10, beta will be 5. Sorry, if alpha is 10, beta will be equal to 20. Alpha is 10, beta will be equal to 20. Means if for a substance length is changed, suppose 10%, so surface will be changed 20%. Clear? That's why we are going for this interrelation, and that's why we had considered that three-dimensional things: first linear expansion, then superficial expansion, then volume expansion. Means when I am building something, a bridge or a substance, plain substance, so that time now we have to consider, keep in mind what is the temperature can be changed of the surroundings. So if I know how much temperature has been changed and what will be the effect of that on that substance, so it is easier to make the substance. Suppose I need I am making a metallic ball, a metallic rod, okay, three-dimensional metallic ball, and I am also making a basket for that. Clear? So if I know how much for the change in temperature, how much will be the change in length, how much will be the change in surface area, so it is easier to make the cover. I am giving you a simplest example, but not like that. Means generally it is applied in case of manufacturing of bridge, building a bridge, tower, this kind of things. So that will be easier. Means here how much will be the lengthwise expansion is far less than the surface wise expansion. Means surface will be more expand with comparison to the length. Clear? Now I am going for that expansion of volume expansion relation. So this we are having. Now going for that volume expansion. Now again for that diagram what I have wrapped already. So I need to draw it again. Wait. So this is the LT, LT, LT. So if this is a cube, cube means V0 will be equal to L0 cube, length into breadth into height, and VT will be equal to LT cube. Clear? No confusion. Now we know that is length LT. LT equal to what? LT equal to L0 into 1 plus alpha t. I need LT cube. So I will doing the cube over here both the side. So LT cube will be equal to L0 cube 1 plus alpha t whole cube. L0 cube into 1 plus alpha t whole cube. Clear? Now A plus B whole cube formula. Therefore LT cube equal to L0 cube 1 plus alpha cube t cube plus 3 alpha square alpha cube t cube 3 alpha square t square, yes, alpha square t square plus 3 alpha t. Clear? Same reason, alpha has a small value, so if I am doing alpha square, it will be the smaller than alpha, and alpha cube means more smaller, means this and this term I can neglect because that will not affect my main calculation. So if I am doing neglecting that too, what I will get, approximately I will get L0 cube 1 plus 3 alpha t. Already I had considered that is LT cube is equal to VT cube. So in place of LT I am putting VT cube, and in place of L0 cube I can put V0 cube. Clear? 1 plus 3 alpha t. I think no confusion. Now, already I know that is fine. This will be Vt and V0. Clear? Now, already I know from coefficient of volume expansion, that is Vt will be equal to V0 1 plus gamma t. 1 plus gamma t. So if I do the comparison between these two sections, Vt, V0, V0, 1, 1, 3 alpha t, gamma t means gamma equal to thrice of alpha. Means if alpha is 10%, gamma will be changed 30% of its initial value. Clear? Means volume expansion will be more. So alpha can be written as alpha equal to gamma by 3. So from these three things, what are the interrelation between this? This interrelation is very much important for your exam. This what are the relation, that is alpha equal to beta by 3 equal to gamma by 3. Clear? Alpha equal to beta by 3 equal to gamma by 3. Thank you. Next class we will discuss regarding liquid expansion and gas expansion. Thank you class.